All right, so let's move on to the next paragraph then. Here we go. What seems to be the lowest level of the subconscious is the Holy Spirit, which is not a low level of subconscious at all, but it is a level of subconscious that exists between the level of illusion and reality or truth. This is the level of subconscious that sends miracle impulses into the illusion of space and time in order to call the mind back to its reality. This is awareness beyond the dreamer of the dream, but it is aware of both the dreamer and its dream. It is able to send messages to the dreamer by passing through the dream itself. This is necessary because the dreamer has forgotten that it is dreaming, and it is fully focused on the dream. Now, if you look at this symbol that we've been given, this drawing, notice that the Holy Spirit being at the bottom of the picture, the Holy Spirit would not be at all confused by thinking we are individuals. Because what the Holy Spirit sees is the ego, only the Holy Spirit knows not even the ego is true, but the Holy Spirit sees we have a shared ego experience, that we are one dreamer. So although the Holy Spirit may seem to speak to us as individuals, as Regina and Lisa and Ivy and Bill, and Teddy and Danielle and Dove, and Christopher, Kate, etc., the Holy Spirit never is confused thinking we are that individual, because the level the Holy Spirit is closest to is the shared ego. So really what Holy Spirit is doing is directing one shared dreamer in order to wake it up. The Holy Spirit is directing or leading one shared dreamer in order to wake it up. And you can see that, I think, very easily in this particular diagram. But because we don't know we're that one shared dreamer, because we're focused on the level of who I think I am or individual subconscious, the Holy Spirit meets us within the dream where we think we are and guides us in that way. But the Holy Spirit is not at all confused about who we are. The Holy Spirit has a clear view of what is going on. So again, what seems to be the lowest level of the subconscious is the Holy Spirit, which is not a low level of subconscious at all, but it is a level of subconscious that exists between the level of illusion and reality or truth. This is the level of subconscious that sends miracle impulses into the illusion of space and time in order to call the mind back to its reality. This is awareness beyond the dreamer of the dream, but it is aware of both the dreamer and its dream. It is able to send messages to the dreamer by passing through the dream itself. This is necessary because the dreamer has forgotten that it is dreaming, and it is fully focused on the dream. The truth is everywhere, and so it is depicted around the diagram. The self, at all its levels of consciousness, is capable of an awareness of or connection to truth. This opening to reality is depicted as the superconscious, which is of course what we saw at the top of the diagram with the dotted line, since it seems to bypass the levels of subconscious and reach directly into the experience of truth. So again, many people who have still had very strong who I think I am, very strong individual subconscious, very strong shared ego beliefs, have not gone through any purification or any healing at all. Many people at that level of sleep have had experiences of awakening. And that's why, because we all have access to that superconscious. And for many people, that's what started them on the spiritual path. They had a temporary experience of awakening, whether it lasted a moment, 8 hours. I've heard of them lasting 4 months and 9 months. And then ending. And that starts them on the spiritual path because they want to know what happened to me, how did this happen, and how do I get back to that experience. So the truth is always available, and experiences with the truth are always available. Okay, now here we go. That was all Holy Spirit explaining the diagram. So now I say, thank you. This is clear. Now, how is this useful to us in our healing? And the Holy Spirit said, first of all, it shows that reality isn't what you have always thought it was, and you aren't who you have always thought you are. And again, this was given to me at a time when I would have thought that the world was reality and I am Regina. So he is saying I'm wrong. I think Jasmine's coming with an exciting idol update. Hold on. Yes.